Hi everyone, welcome back to Earl Grey Books. I'm Ellie and today I am here to share with you my August TBR. So usually this would be my August haul revisit, but I don't have any haul revisit books for August. Very excited about that because I've been doing super badly with the whole thing, the whole year, and finally I have a month where I have read all of the ones I bought last year. So I have a month where I don't even have to think about them, but I also can totally think about them and read ahead if I like, or read behind if I feel the need. So, today I have kind of split this into a few different video chapters. I'm obsessed with video chapters at the moment, so be prepared for most of my videos to have them. I don't know, I really like them. So, I have books I'm reading with other people, whether that is in a buddy read format or as part of a read along. I have a selection of random books that I just want to read. And then I also got my lovely friend Mel from A Book Fiend Named Mel to roll a couple of rolls in her TBR game for me. And then I picked out some books for the prompts that she sent me. So we're going to talk about them in that order, starting with the ones I'm reading with other people. Okay, I've talked about all of these lately, so none of this is probably news to you, but I'm going to go through them again in case you haven't seen me mention them. So first up, of course, I will be reading Every Breath by Ellie Marney. This is our first pick for the Last to Read book club. Percy's trying to get underneath my blanket. Give me a second. There you go, bud. Which is a book club that I am running with Mel and Lana, and he's tickling my feet. I'm very excited. This is a reread for me. I love it. I'm feeling a little bit Rachel Watts-ish today. She's wearing a flannel in the picture. I'm wearing a flannel. Like twins, right? But yeah, I'm super excited to get back into this world. Speaking of Lana, we're hoping to buddy read June by Frank Herbert together in preparation for the movie, which I believe comes out in October. But also, I haven't been to the cinema since like January 2020, so the chances of me going to the cinema to actually watch this are very low. But I have a little extra time because this is a big one and it has tiny writing, and yeah, I just don't know that I will finish it in August. So we're going to give it a go though. And again, kind of sticking with that theme, I have The Eye of the World by Robert Jordan. This is the first book in the Wheel of Time series. I'm reading this as part of the Wheel of Time read-along that is being co-hosted by Cece. And, well, yeah. So, the writing in this one isn't as bad. And, yeah, I have a few days left of July. So this is gonna happen. I'm gonna try my best to get through this month, hence why I'm gonna start it a couple of days early, and hopefully, crossing fingers, I can do it and I enjoy it. Now we'll talk about the couple of random ones. So for this, I have two more fantasy books. I don't know if you can tell, I'm in a fantasy mood. So I have The Mask Falling by Samantha Shannon, which is book 4 in the Bone Season series. Obviously, I can't really tell you anything about this. Also, I have no idea how I would explain this series to begin with, but I really love it. Little stressed because this is the newest book and thus I don't have any after this. And like, I'm scared. I'm scared it's gonna end on a cliffhanger and I'm gonna be emotionally wrecked. So, yay, woo. And then the other one I have here is The Bone Witch by Rin Chupeco. I showed you this in my haul. A lot of these were in my haul. And yes, very excited to read this one. Next up, I thought that I would throw in 2 non-fantasy things as well. I should clarify that I will probably read more than these books. I might not even pick up some of these books at all, but I thought that I should at least throw in some non-fantasy to remind myself that other genres do in fact exist. So starting off, I have a little non-fiction here. This is Why She Wrote by Lauren Burke, Hannah K. Chapman and Kaylee Bales. This is basically like little mini biographies of different authors. So we have Jane Austen, and then there's a little like comic about Jane Austen, her life, and why she wrote. Amazing. This looks really cute and I'm excited to give it a chance. And then this one, because I don't have enough on my plate with Eye of the World and June, I thought that I would also throw in Wolf Hall by Hilary Mantel. Basically, I told myself I would read this before the end of winter. The end of winter is coming very soon, and I have not started this, and I would at least like to give it a chance. I'm not sure if I'm gonna like it, hence the word chance, but I'm gonna at least read. I usually give myself the first 100 pages unless I absolutely have to give up before then. So I'll see how I go with this one. Again, it's quite chunky, but the writing isn't too bad. And I've just always wanted to give this a go, so we're trying it. And now moving on to Mel. So she rolled for me in her game. She rolled me 3 prompts, and I have a little video here of her doing that. So we will roll that clip and then I will show you the ones that I've picked.
Alright, we'll set up the board for Ellie. Oops. Okay. That well, that's one way of shuffling them. I might just swap that because I saw what that was. Okay. Alright, so Ellie has asked me to do 3 rolls, so I just fish out my 20-sided dice in here somewhere. Here's one. Alright, so roll number 1, Ellie. Oh, a 20! Alright, so I'll show you the prompt, but it does mean you can basically do whatever you like in my game. So, a hyped book. Alright, my hyped book for Ellie, and I'll replace that one there. And we'll roll again. Number 4. Alright, so that's that one here. A gift or from a subscription box. Alright. And we'll place the card for Ellie. And final roll. A 20 again, my goodness. And that one is Islamic inspired. So, there we are.
Okay, so prompt number 1 was a hyped book. And for this, I kind of stretched it a little and I went with a book that I'm personally hyped to read, and maybe not so much one that other people have hyped up. And that is Let Me Hear a Rhyme by Tiffany D. Jackson. If you've been around here, you've probably heard me talk about Tiffany D. Jackson at some point, because she's just one of those authors who like rips out your heart and like jumps on it a million times and somehow you still say thank you. So really excited for this one. Probably gonna cry my eyes out, but it's kind of short-ish. It's a contemporary kind of, I know they call it historical, but it's 1998 and like I was born in 1995, so I'm not ready to accept the 90s as a historical time period. So yeah, very excited for this. Prompt 2 was a gift or a book from a subscription box. I don't think I have any books from subscription boxes left. I think I've either read or unhauled them. I was thinking to myself, hey, who has sent me a book gift lately? Like, I don't really, that's not really something I usually do. Usually I just get books from my best friend Angel, because everyone else in my life is terrified to buy me books. And then I was like, hang on, you know who has bought me books? Mel. So, today, or in August, I'm going to read the interrogation of Charlotte Wolf by Evelyn Quay Mulmer, which was a gift from Mel when we did our little book swap. Very excited for this. Also very excited that I just had something, because I was like scouring my shelves being like, what has Angel bought me? And everything that she's bought me, I have like agreed to read with her. So thanks Mel, I'm very excited for this one. I thought I would start with this one. I'll read the other 2 that she sent me. And prompt number 3 was to read something Islam inspired. So I'm going with Once Upon an Eid by S.K. Ali and Aisha Saeed. I saw Mel read this. Mel and CC were reading this during the Ally-a-thon, and they were just talking about it in such positive ways that I was like, well, I already had this on my TBR, but now I'm definitely going to read it, and this is the perfect excuse. So that will be my read for prompt 3. But there we are. That is my little August TBR. And I'm trying not to participate in any readathons this month. There are a lot going on and I just couldn't pick which ones to do, so I thought I just wouldn't do any. So that being said, thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.